Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Center. So let's talk Wyoming Seminary Blue Knights softball. Steve Mytych, the head coach, joining us right now. Well, Steve, for you, a very young team, but some early success, which is great in another year. And I guess you're feeling a little more comfortable. The girls are feeling comfortable. And right now, some wins underway there at Sem.
Yep, absolutely. Last year, we had some growing pains. We were 2-12, super young. We had 6 girls actually start who never put a glove on before. So their learning curve, from last year coming into this year is huge, and especially with the addition of some very talented freshmen. Is definitely going to help us the rest of the way.
Coach, let's talk first over on the offensive end. Tell us up and down the lineup who you're getting some production from, and you have the ability to hit the long ball. You hitting a lot of singles?
Yeah. We do have a few home run hitters. Cassidy Graham, who's our ace on the hill. She had a nice two-run bomb for us the other day against Myers. To really get us going, and Kiana Price, a new addition. She is actually a sophomore. She had a 3-run home run against Northwest. Obviously with our field, we're on the turf. We don't really have a fence. So if you hit a nice gapper, it almost turns into a home run. We're definitely get some solid production from some of our freshmen. Hallie Kale. She's our first baseman. She's leading our team right now with batting average. And my little sister, Aubrey Mytych, she's actually leading the team with RBIs right now. So we're well-rounded. We're young, and I like to call our girls feisty. So.
Let's talk about that coaching your sister thing. Sometimes you hear guys coaching their daughters and stuff like that, but coaching your sister is probably just a hair different. Tell us about how Aubrey responds to that, and, of course, on your end, how you feel about it. And she just one of the girls out there working hard?
Yeah, she brings the mentality, that I was raised with, and the way that I kind of go about my life, just effort and hustle, and whether you're winning by 9, you're losing by 9, that hustle is always there. And I was a freshman in high school when she was born, so she was always around. The high school state wrestling tournament, the NCAAs when I was at Drexel, so she was introduced to that intensity pretty early. In her life. So I think that's kind of stuck with her, just kind of having that mentality. And also my assistant coach is my dad. So that always throws an interesting curveball in there with all 3 of us on the field.
Great to see that the Mytyches are still competing, and I know it's something that's near and dear to you. You talk about all these freshmen in the lineup, and sometimes it takes a while for girls to get their feet wet, and in May maybe you're winning, but right now you're winning in April, so you're hoping May that streak will continue. But talk about the fight that you have in some of these young girls and that determination to want to win. As you said, that hustle really means a lot.
Right, absolutely. We have a few freshmen I didn't mention. Alexa's done. She's really starting to buy in. She's kind of starting to get, my mentality of hustle and effort. And, the addition of Melinda Helena, she's actually a junior. She's our shortstop. She is the perfect role model, when it comes to hustle and effort. And, she's the one who's keeping everybody on the same page, how many outs, where we're going with the ball. And she's kind of like the Derek Jeter of the team. Very well-rounded, can hit, can bunt, slap, fields tremendously, and her effort is flawless.
Well, Steve, we wish you continued success there at Sem, and I know you have a new endeavor which is coming up, and you're going to be taking over and kind of resurrecting the wrestling program at Keystone College. Tell us about how that came about.
Yeah, well, it's actually kind of funny how it worked out. The athletic director at Keystone College, Dr. Grimaldi, he actually worked at Drexel for a few years with the facility management when I was competing at Drexel. So as soon as Keystone College decided to, bring back a wrestling program, I was one of the first calls he made. To see if I would be interested. And, I was very interested, being that it's a recognized NCAA Division III program that they're bringing back. And, when I was, chasing my Olympic dream, I was in that little mix where they were dropping wrestling from the Olympics for a year or two before they reinstated it. So I think just the overwhelming support that wrestling has had since that time that the IOC was going to take it out, it was just perfect timing for me to jump in and, get a ton of local guys and my District 11 connection. I think it could be a very solid program, going forward.
And Steve, you still got that burning desire in you. Got to see just a handful of minutes at the Wilkes Open this year in December, but something that is near and dear to you. You love to still compete and coach.
Yep, absolutely. I think that competition still burns in me a little bit, so I'm not going to say that I'm totally retired, but, we're getting near the end. But I may make a small comeback going forward for sure.
Well, it's nice to see that you have it and that camaraderie I'm sure you have with your dad, and as you said, your sister there at Wyoming Seminary with the softball program. And again, great, a great outlook you'll have for Keystone, of course, and that's really going to be a nice challenge, but one I'm sure you look forward to, so congratulations on that as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Steve Mytych, a busy man, that's for sure, coaching Wyoming Seminary, going to be coaching some wrestling at Keystone College when the fall comes around here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.